grade, and there will never be anything between us but friendship. And like that, I stabbed myself in the heart. Girl, bye. Girl, get out of here. Hey, what's up, YouTube journaling community? It is Dante, and today I'm doing a typing session. Now, I've wanted to do one of these for the longest time, and basically it's where I go through and as I'm typing up the journal, I just kind of read little bits and pieces of what I've typed, and then kind of will give my commentary or thoughts on them. Now, sharing little memories that I remember from the time, or anything that I'm surprised by as I'm doing this. Now, I actually wanted to wait till after I completed typing up high school, because I just felt like that whole period from 8th grade to high school was just a bunch of childish dribble, and I mean, it really basically that's all it was. As I got older, there's more things that, my life started to expand, and I became more dynamic, more in control of my own things. There were some interesting moments in high school, like getting kicked out from living with my best friend and moving back in with my sister. That was kind of, it was neither here nor there. I think it's even better, like, the history after all of that. Hanging out with friends, some very unique memories, some things I did recall reading, but there just wasn't enough of it. Mostly it was just every day I was drooling over some straight boy that I liked in high school. So I didn't really think that was too interesting to type up. And once I got to college, I started going to parties, started doing just more things. And so I think this will be interesting. Also, it'll be fun as I'm typing it up, just to kind of share a little bit of that journey. Which I'm really kind of excited to see is how the heck did I wind up going to the Art Institute, and what were my thought processes behind thinking, oh, I'll take on massive amounts of debt to go to an art school. In what universe did that make any sense, So that'll be kind of interesting to see how that folds out. So this is the first one. I'm just going to go with it, and we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to type it up. I actually had started this just a second ago, ran into some problems with messages on my iPad, iPhone, and just situations. So I've got the first line typed up. I started the entry off with like, and then it was like, man, these past few days have been, UGH, the sound. Me and Keith hit a tiny roadblock. So Keith was one of the friends that I used to hang out with in high school. We had been friends for years up until about, I would say, maybe 4 years ago. I moved up here about 4 years ago, and so I ended with me and Keith hit a tiny roadblock. So let me just go on from there. Oh, okay, so me and Keith hit a tiny roadblock, but I was only messing with him. Oh, okay, and now things between me, him, and Carrie are... So that was really rather kind of short entry from, this was May 3rd. Oh, and that's another thing I forgot to tell you. The entries that I'm typing up today are May 3rd, May 4th, May 7th, and May 11th. These are all from the year 2002. This is actually right at the end of my high school years. So all of these entries that I'm typing up today are just from that time. I'm getting ready to get out of high school and going into college. And, man. It's just as blue as my shirt. Alright, so that was it. That was the entry for May 3rd. Very quick entry. Yeah, so I'm going to change the date on this. The program that I use to type these all up is a program called Day One Journal, and I've been using it since the beginning to type up all my journal entries and digitize them. What is this, May 3rd? May 3rd. This was 2002. It's amazing. Like, when you flip back through time on this, when you're typing it up, and you flip back to a date, it's like literally like, it feels like time is that quick. Like boom. Whew, I just flew back to 2002, like in one scroll of this little wheel thing on here. And I did not put the time that I was typing that up, so that must have been my computer passcode. Interesting. I wrote some word over here on the side, and I guess it was a password that I used to use. One of the cool things about this application also is you can go in and you can input your location. What was my address back then? No, There we go. You can put your address in. When you put the date, it goes out back in the records and it pulls the weather from that date. So it's really cool because you have, you know, like sometimes I'll be writing, oh, it's raining outside, and then when it captures the weather, I can see, yeah, it was raining that day. It's really crazy. So we're gonna save that. We're moving on now to May 4th, 2002. Let's see what happened on that day. Let me get this set up here. So I opened this one up with, man, I'm sad. Things are falling apart between me and Keith. I had no idea how 2018 would be at the time. I put, he's straight. A-H-H-H-H-H. I'm in part killing us. All I want is to see him right now. Tell him I'm sorry and hug him. Ugh, girl. I was see, this is why I didn't want to type up anything from high school time, because it's a lot of this, like, doughy-eyed, oh my god, I just want to see him, I just want to tell him I'm sorry, blah blah. It's so irritating. Like, it has been so hard typing up all of my journals from, like, my grade 12 years, because they're just, like, I would do these things sometimes where I would write in a, like, not a different language, but thou shalt not. It was just hard, and I hated typing it up. I was just like, I don't even want to type this up. It just sounds like dribble. And then trying to type it in, and the computer's saying, oh, the spelling's wrong on that. And I'm like, I know, I'm trying to keep it, you know, accurate to the way I wrote it back then. And it's just, oh man, it's a hot mess. All right, so I don't want this video to be too long, so let's move along here. Let me type this up here real quick. Wow. I mean, in part, there's part of me that wishes I could, well, I don't know, like, it's not that I want to experience those feelings again, but to have that passion to like someone, like, an unusual hug, but I want him to just hold me. I don't even know this person anymore. He's so sweet. I like him a lot. Alright, so let me read that back. Not our usual hug, but I want him to hold me. He's so sweet. I like him a lot. To take all that wannabe love and channel it into being the best friend I'll never be. Best friend I'll never be. God knows how sorry I am. Ooh, girl. God knows how sorry I am. Now, the thing that bugs me when typing up these journals is I wasn't a very detailed writer as a kid. Like, ideas flowing so fast, and I'm just trying to get stuff onto the page. But there's a lot of details here. Like, I want to know, number one, what did I do? Girl, whatever I did, I pissed him off. And I really liked him. Obviously, I liked him. I don't even know what I could have done. I don't even remember. And I didn't write about it, so I don't know. But whatever I did, I did it. And apparently he was very mad at me. And apparently I was wanting some kind of forgiveness. And eventually we would go on to make up with whatever this is that happened. End of that post? Okay, so on the next page, to falling in love like Romeo and Juliet. Girl. To falling in love like Romeo and Juliet. What loves? What loves? And so, I don't know, whatever that was. There's also in here just this list of, I would always do these weird list of, like, who my top friends were. This is like before MySpace, but apparently it was like inherently programmed into me. I'm not even going to read this list of people. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. What the hell is this? Oh my god. Oh, sorry. I'm just looking at this list because I have one that says top friends, which is a hot mess, and then I have top love interest, and girl, we could just put that back in the vault, girl. She can just stay there. So then I end up this entry. Hold on. It took me a second because I was a little confused just now because I saw a relay with JC, and I was like, what the f is that? And then I noticed that there's a 1 to 10, JC, Jesus Christ, because at this time I was trying to be very religious. Keith is straight, and there will never be anything but friendship between us. And there will, and he's straight, and there will never be anything between us but friendship. Like that, I stab myself. And I write, oh, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. And I wrote, and like that, I stab myself in the heart. Can we just, oh, bitch. Can I title that this post? Can that be the title? Oh, dude, that is hilarious. Like, that's why I didn't want to type up all this high school stuff and do these entries, because of that. It's just a dribble. Go ahead and leave your comments below. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this and try and get another video out this week. I'm gonna try and do 2 videos a week, which if I keep it at about 2 entries because I talk so much, it should work. So yeah, I'm very excited to type up more of these. This is crazy. Alright, so this is Dante. Go ahead and leave some comments below if you can relate to anything that I've wrote, like the dribble that I've written. If you've gone back and read any of your journals and you've experienced the same thing, where you're just like, I can't believe I wrote that. Girl. I'm pretty sure he'd say he was straight today too. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We're doing other things. Okay.